Hello and welcome to my first ever done by video at least explanation of deck building, and I'm going to use the Pokemon set. My mom, since I've been in the hospital, I'm still waiting for my liver donor, and 3 years is a long wait, but that's how I've been unlucky, I guess. But they've been keeping track of me, and this is my latest visit the hospital, unfortunately, to handle some blackout issues and some of the excess water and such. But I did have some time today. I was waiting for an ultrasound. They wanted just to make sure there's no swelling or clot in my leg, because one of them was bigger than the other. So I waited all day. They didn't come, so I was just working on simple stuff in case I had to drop everything and go. So I was working on my card game when Mom came back. She bought this over the last few days, so the store's name, I believe, is Dark Fox in Hamilton. They used to be a jeweler, but now they've moved up into doing card games like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic. I think they had Dragon Ball, and they had a few other things. They have some Funkos, some plushies. Give them a look. I'll try to include the video with the link posted in the description. What do I have a problem saying that word? I'm an English teacher, French teacher. Description. The details. So as you can see, hopefully I haven't scared anyone now. I was kind of listening to random music today. I was listening to like a bit of wrestling music, things that interest me, anime. My Hero Academia is my big thing right now. But I also listen to some Naruto, Boruto, the follow-up with the Sun that's done really well. And so over the last few days, she's gotten me a few things. There's a Blazing Vortex Yu-Gi-Oh! Just so I don't totally scare off anyone that's just not into Pokemon. So I did get the other starter that I was missing. I ordered about 2 months ago, at the end of the month of May, for the Anime North convention. Did some marketplace shopping. Both some artists for things like the keychains you see there. Unfortunately broke one of them. Not the Momo. Momo's Conspiracy Comics. I have on there well before. Oh yeah, I got like that's Fullmetal Alchemist. That's My Hero Academia. And where are the JoJo's? There they are. Some of the JoJo characters. So what I did when I got the cards from Mom, I got inspired again because when she got me back, also while I was here during this long weekend for July now, July 1 to 4, we're the 4th now. I've been in here since last few days of June, out unconscious, and then I've calmed down luckily again, and they gave me a lot of medications and whatnot to help my situation. So she got me some gifts, which was really appreciated, from the Star Fox site that I saw in the news. So I got, for example, as you can see, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Egyptian Gods. I have the obelisk. I already have another obelisk, surprisingly, that I bought from a different set. And also I have now a slicer at home. So I'm going to be working more on that. I'm just running low on supplies for the sleeves because the stores are starting to run out of those really quick. I'm so sorry, we're in the hospital. You'll hear some weird background noise. If I can minimize it best I can. Sorry about that. So yeah, as you say, I like to go a little old school, like a few years ago, like in the days when they were replaying the Star Wars movies, the good ones, in my personal opinion, which is like some people. And I'm not as big on the prequels. The sequels are okay. I did go see those. Anyways, when I was working with those, always one of the first tips I'll give, because I've been a gym leader before and a competitive player when my university days were in. Make sure if your kid is going, let's use Pokemon, of course. Make sure you get them just at least the bare basics. The elite box is nice to get because, as you can see, you get extra stuff like dice and counters, and there's some extra stuff that's really worthwhile in the set that the kids will love. Get them some sleeves. This is a good company that I got That's fine for Pokemon, that's fine for Magic, playing cards even. It's that type of size of card. I might do another one if I get requests. We'll talk about it later. Or if I get some, say on Yu-Gi-Oh, I'll show you where the differences are with that. So I got Dark Shield, and my first inspiration was the actual sleeves. It's supposed to be light blue, but to me, either because I'm colorblind or maybe I just hoping for it, it looked really nice with the new set. Like you see, these are what's called Chilling Rain from Sword and Shield, so it's relatively new. I've been making more standard decks again. I had some hiatus after university to work, and then I got ill, so I've been at most just giving away cards because I do like doing that. I used to have a deck. Gengar is always my go-to. Ever since the first games, video games, card game, anything you want to talk anime, Gengar is my guy to go to. So as far as the card game, finally they got one in a set that I really liked, and I'll talk about it in a minute. So I got a combination of the Elite Box and boosters. Now you don't have to get a box like I did. This one though, if you do get it, is about 32 boosters, 10 cards a booster, so that's good. That's 300 cards. I'll give the kids plenty of things. It's all randomized. Just showing you some of the other artwork. It's really nice. There's Zapdos, Beartic, I believe that's his name. So as you can see, the sleeves helped. That helped. The box helped. I really like the Elite Trainer box I got. I also got a fighting style box from the previous set, Battle Styles. That's the introduction of the single strike and such cards. What I would tip, if you're going to have a kid, go in, find out if their store is doing unlimited, which is anything goes, or standard, which is only, unfortunately, and this is a rule I'm not as big a fan of for Pokemon, they are only making it for a particular set. So they're only allowing all Sword and Shield sets, some of the promos, that's it. If you bring anything else, the deck's already counted illegal. If they're not 100% sure, ask them to ask, or you can ask the one that's running the gym. It's either a gym leader or a trainer, major pro trainer, or just someone in general. I was kind of a mix. And just see what decks they're using. Just try to learn what your kids are doing. It's always worth it, especially now that with the unfortunate thing with the Paul brothers online trying to push up the values of things. You can't buy them very often at, say, Walmart anymore, Target, I heard, in the US. In Canada, it'd be more like Walmart's again. Are tough. Though there are other places you can buy. My mom said Shoppers is always good. But we also have our local card stores finally open again, like Dark Box. You can go look in Toronto. I believe Super One Up sells cards as well. Those are very good places. You want to check, when I say unlimited, that means anything goes. So back to my old story. I had a Gengar deck then, and that was a pretty mean one. That was for adults only, really. I didn't use that against kids because it had this ability. The Jungle Haunter had this ability where you had to flip a coin, heads or tails. You had to get heads to just be able to hit it. But the Gengar that came sets later, it had this one tricky power, which is double flips on the sleep status. So basically, the guy's Pokemon, you would have to wake him up with 2 heads. And if the Haunter is out there, and he puts you to sleep, not only do you have to get 3 heads in a row and see what type of damage, you couldn't do X amount of damage to it. So it was a really useful deck. I had status effects in there too for things like poison and burn, which you can combine a few at the same time. So just make sure you have your kids check either guides, like if they get a structure deck, they'll come with a rules book like so. There we go. Or you can get check the rules online too. I'll see if I can recommend anything there, but I am looking for one. I have a Yu-Gi-Oh source, but not a Pokemon one, the card game at least. Not quite yet. So what I did, So I used a combination of these two decks. Sorry, I'm putting the phone down for a half second. There we go. Oops, and that doesn't help. So the go-to with this deck, as you can see, it's not 100% Chilling Rain only, because I did have a Haunter and a Ghastly from different other Sword and Shield, so, but it's still standard okay for now. And remember, have your kids check if they have to play standard. Make sure you check. Let them have extra cards with them just in case, or be ready to have to fork it out. Or if you're lucky, the store people will give you some free stuff. They always give free swag where possible. So you can see here the Ghastly. I packed one spare one that does just put damage counter, which is different from actual damage on a card, because some guys do reduce Gengars, anything psychic or ghost tend to be a little bit low in the attack status, but there's the occasions they don't, and they're always cool in the video game too. I do play Sword and Shield on my Switch. Check out for Christmas a few years ago. So here's the Haunter. As you can see, there's ones with direct damage. This one does have a status effect. So I have those in combination. Again, please note, I will probably tinker. So first ask your kid, what's their favorite Pokemon? Try to see if they have it in store. Sometimes they're not super rares. Some like Pikachu, that's fine. Some like Mewtwo, okay, they're gonna be harder to find. So I go Gengar. He's kind of middle ground as far as finding things. But check out his power. This is great. You can see his ability here. Call it abilities. I can't remember that they used to do abilities and powers. So he has last gift. So it says if this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, search the deck for up to 2 cards and put them in your hand. So say he gets KO'd, okay, he's already a pretty hefty guy. But you get to look for any two cards you want in your deck and just start the cycle again. And then he has what's called Pain Burst. There's a rarity for Gengars too, especially. The attack does 40 more damage for each damage counter. So it gets 10 automatically. And then 40 more for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So say he has 2 damage counters on him, he's going to get an extra 80 damage. So that's 90 damage. That's really worthwhile. And it's damage. It's again not the base stat. These are just counters going on top of them until you can KO him in other ways. It gets around a lot of the other tricks other colors have. Like I'm running other decks. I believe I have a water, steel, I have a fire, grass that I made from different starter boxes I was getting when Sword and Shield was first starting out. So those are still legal, and I got some older stuff. So the tips I would give as you're helping your kid make their deck, remember 60 cards, no more, no less. You're allowed sideboard, but make it about 15 tops. And second, try to have them have a theme. It's okay if it's only one color. Though most days lately it's been running 2-3 color decks. But for especially a child that's say 15 and under, maybe even a bit older, a bit younger, or depending on the tournament rules, you may want to limit it to just one color, at most 2. So I limited it to 2 for this version. I was originally going to make 1. Bad luck, I didn't draw too many energy cards between the 2, the elite box and the boosters for some reasons. And I'll show that in a little bit. So support team. Second thing you want support team. So you want to have enough basic Pokemon. So I'm just going to do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 10 plus the 4 Gengars. 14, that's not too bad. I could probably tinker around between 13 to maybe 17, 16, 17. Tops, absolutely tops. You want to try to get more than one evolution because the guys have more powerful Pokemon. So I packed him in, Hattony. He happened to be the pull. I pulled enough of them, so I have 3 and 3. Another small rule: when you want to make bridges, unless they allow again the old rare candy slash. There was I can't remember the trainer card name. The Stage 2 Evolution jump that was made a long time ago. It's better to pack the Pokemon. So, for example, I can make 4 Ghastly, 4 Haunters, 3 Gengars